Hopefully this car's going to turn right. Most cars do. No, he's behind me. Oh well. There's no way past along here, is there? And I can go faster over the speed humps than him, so no big deal. Okay, he turned off. It's gone down to the 5 ways roundabout. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, where are we? I think it's about 8 o'clock. It's a Thursday. Hey. So it could be busy. Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much what, 3.5 weeks with my leg up. One little ride that you saw the video that kind of explained everything. You'll notice I cut that short all of a sudden because yeah, I felt quite bad just very suddenly. Did manage to get to Wimborne and back with Julie last week. 8 miles each way. God, that was a struggle. So I still wasn't quite right back then, but you know, that time comes, doesn't it? He's going to go around the outside. Yes, doesn't bother me any. Kept him out of my way, but you know, with oncoming traffic. Anyway. And if there's a queue at the end of the road here, I'm going to overtake him anyway. Anyway. Yeah, the time comes, doesn't it? Where you just got to say, right, that's it. No more moping about. I feel sort of okay. I managed a 16-mile ride last week. I've done some work in the garden. I've done some other jobs for people. Time to get on the bike. But what I really didn't want to do was get on the road bike or the gravel bike and just be in that mindset of speed, power. So here I am. On the single speed. The heaviest single speed in the world, by the way, by a mile. It is just a mild steel frame, no 4130 to be seen here, and these wheels, 36 spoke count, heaviest wheels in the world ever, but you know, perfect for a chap like me. And even though it's nice and smooth, it's not even that comfortable because I've sort of got to get used to the flat bars. I do like these flat bars though because they're nice and narrow. They stick out just further than my legs, so if I have to filter on that, lots of space. But good judgment of width. The other thing I like about this bike is it's got a mountain bike bottom bracket. So it's got a nice wide sort of Q factor, which I really like. I do actually have pedal spacers on my road bike and the gravel bike, but of course that only really gives you 2 mil on each side, maybe more if you're feeling, you know, risky. Yeah, the way I see it is, if you're on a wide Q factor and you weigh 80 kilograms, that's fine. Stick 4 mil either side, but yeah. When I weigh considerably more than that, I just think, is there enough thread in there to support it? So I stick to 2 mil on each side. It's good enough. So yeah, nice wide Q factor. Gearing, don't start talking to me about gear inches, I'm sorry. I'm not a single speed aficionado. All I know is I've got 3814 and that works out about the same as 4217. I have looked on a calculator. I couldn't tell you the exact figures. I certainly didn't look on it this morning. I just got on the bike and got on with it, but yeah. But listen, how smooth and quiet is this? Yeah, the freewheel at the back, it is a freewheel, the bolt-on one. Yeah, as soon as I got it, I took it apart, greased it, all the bearings, pulls, everything, and used a chisel to dent the outer ring into place so the cover couldn't come off. So I've had that before, and oh, it's just what we got? Yeah, let's have that. No point pushing the button and holding people up for no reason. Yeah, I've had the occasional freewheel. I think it's happened twice in many years, but once recently, about 3-4 years ago, where the freewheel started to unscrew itself. Not off of the wheel, but where the bearings and that, the cover for the bearings started to come loose. So I'm always mindful of that now. Oh, and point of interest, possibly, is the 38 tooth on the front is oval. It feels really nice. I have resisted the temptation of putting it on the other bikes, just simply because they're 2x, you know, and front shifting and all that, you know, potential for problems, isn't it? So let's not worry about that. All right, will I get crushed and mashed by a gym bunny coming out a little down? No, we're good. And they're going across, so they won't go. Nobody's coming across, even though they could. This one will be red because of the people coming across that aren't at the moment, if you know what I mean, or could. Yeah, so what I wanted to do, first ride back, or first proper ride where I'm just going to see how I feel, at least. But to keep it simple, no head unit. Obviously it's in my pocket, because I will record the ride. I mean, what's the point in, you know, not being able to at least compare progression or what have you. But no power. no cadence. Yeah, just straightforward, average speed. I'll tell you what, let's go down by the river. Let's do that. Let's go down by the river. Woo-wee. Yeah. Let's make it slightly more interesting today, not necessarily for you, but for me. It's just let's go. Will I get across? I will, because the lights are still green there, so yeah. 25mm slicks, but it's not wet, so let's not worry about that too much. 36 spokes. A little bit of off-road, it's not going to hurt, is it? First impressions, I'll be honest, I feel rested. Possibly because I don't know what my speed is, I'm not chasing any numbers, and because I have no choice on the cadence I use really, or the speed to cadence ratio, so yeah, so when I run out of cadence, as it were, I can't change gear and go faster, so and still until we get to some uphills, I'm guessing it should be a bit easier than usual. There we go. Good. Yeah, whatever you do, don't tell Scouse Mike, but this bike's got rim brakes. Oh, that's changed. Let's go. Yeah, and they work really well. But rim brakes always did work well. Obviously in the rain they're not so good. But, and of course that horrible noise they make when it's wet and gritty. That sound of your rim just wearing away. Not that it matters with these, I think. I think the pair of these wheels on Amazon are like 100 quid. That's why they're big, heavy. And certainly not tubeless compatible. There's already rust showing on the steel hubs. Aluminium rims. All right, there we go. See, nice narrow handlebars. I do like them. Oh, this is nice. It's not fixed. Yeah, so for all you lovers of the fixed gear, this is not that. Yeah, so no padding, softest shoes I've got, Hawaiian shirt. I am wearing a helmet and glasses, which kind of spoils it a little bit for this sort of ride. I always feel, yeah, freedom and you know, speed isn't a thing and being dressed up in the kit isn't the thing. It's just freedom to go around and cycle around the town, you know. It's a shame, isn't it, that we're now ruled by, you know, what could happen. And I know some of us, me included, had some relatively nasty experiences. There's always anecdotal evidence, you know, there's always doctors, oh, if it wasn't for a helmet, you know. But in truth, I think if we thought we were going to get knocked off every day and needed to wear a helmet every day, we'd never go out on our bikes, would we? It would just be too scary. What's going to happen? I know it may only have to happen once and all that, but I always find the argument itself to be quite a negative one. Something horrible will happen to you if you don't do this. It's never a positive one, is it? Morning. Here's the railway bridge. I've never been under here when a train's gone over. That's going to be loud, isn't it? Morning. Yeah. Maybe I should just sit under there until it happens. Woo! Grip, grip, grip. Hello, dog. Yeah, I do wish we could make things a bit more positive. You know, marketing, what have you. It's never about the good stuff. It's always about the bad stuff that will happen if you don't buy this product or wear this or wear that. Or it's a shame, I think. Never mind. That's the world we live in. One thing I do like about this bike, short wheelbase. It's very nippy. Great in the corners. Amazing. Morning. I'll tell you what. No, I probably shouldn't. Which probably means I will. Right, I'm not going to get out there with this gearing. Not without a run up anyway. What we got? God, it's been years. I know I've been around on the road bike in not too distant times, but what a place. What a place. Seat's a bit high for this. Woohoo! Oh my goodness me. It's like a wall. You just think to yourself, how on earth can you go up that as vertical at the top? And yeah, my pump action isn't as good as it used to be. I never used to have to pedal to get around here. That said, it is a lot steeper than it used to be. It's been changed and modified. I mean, it is a proper professional style track now. Oh yeah. Thank you. Cycle Speedway over there. It always used to be, I think it still is. Yeah. What is it, 100mm cranks or something? Fixed gear. Yeah. There you go. I didn't crash and die, so. Is it still Cycle Speedway? I couldn't see a track. Maybe not. Where are you going? Nope, she's not going across. Okay. Right. Wow. Yeah, so 25mm Gravel King slicks, 60 psi in the front, 70 in the back, tubed. Feels lovely and smooth, very quiet. Cool, that was windy. Okay. Bumps. Careful. Oh, it's not very busy at all. I mean, the kids are off. Could make a difference, I suppose. School terms, for some reason, are always more busy on the roads. Yeah, I mean, I understand school runs and all that, but even middle of the day, you know, early, it's almost like the country goes to sleep during the school holidays. Maybe it does. Hello. Everybody works from home, looks after the kids, I suppose, and yeah. I don't know if these are advantages or not, you know, working from home and what have you. Of course, we never had that. Very few people worked from home, you know, before computers. You know, maybe book writers, maybe magazine publishers. They could send their work in. Yeah, I don't know. But of course, these days with the internet, phones and what have you, well, it's hard to avoid work now, isn't it? Not sure that's a good thing. We'll have a look at the bike in a minute. It is British Racing Green with invasion stripes. Yeah, invasion stripes were painted on the planes on D-Day, so they would differentiate them from enemy planes. And actually, they didn't last long. Yeah, they weren't used continuously. But yeah, it looks quite nice. I mean, the frame's already rusting because it's only mild steel. And it was only a rattle can job. So, what do we expect? Oh, this is lovely. Definitely starting to breathe a bit heavy. The one thing I noticed on the other rides, as short as they were, is that my heart rate spiked very quickly on any kind of effort. So I think, well, some riders say that when they have a couple of weeks off the bike, their fitness basically goes back to zero. I can understand how that feels, but I don't believe it. I think if you ride regularly, you maintain a certain level of fitness. You know how it feels in different situations. If you do the same routes quite regularly, you know how that is. When you have time off the bike and you do those routes again, it's easier to say, oh, I've lost all my fitness. But of course the truth is, your body never forgets how to do it, never forgets what it's capable of, you know. Well, that's what I think anyway. My thumbs are twitching. I'm thinking gear. But anyway. But I think one of the things about coming out on the single speed is it just makes it so very, very different. This is good. This is enjoyable. No numbers in front of me. I do like the numbers. I'm not saying the numbers are bad. I'm just saying for my situation, as it is at the moment, it's nice not to have the numbers. So I'm going to sort of build my way back up. Oh my goodness, headwind. Build my way back up to the way I expect to feel on rides. Yeah, like I say, I don't believe you go back to zero with your fitness. I think you just feel like, yeah, you know it's hard, you know it's not right, but you know, you'd still ride most people off your wheel who don't ride very often, wouldn't you? Because actually you still have that bike fitness, that bike determination, resilience. Yeah, I mean, you're just slower than you were. It's just harder to go uphill than it was. It all comes back though, doesn't it? We make the effort. I'm kind of relying on that. Lovely and smooth. What is it about steel? And with mild steel being softer, does it soak up more of the vibration? I mean, I've got quite a lot of air in these tyres. Only 25s, but still feels smooth. And behind me, no. Well, apparently we're in the middle of a heat wave. I don't know what constitutes a heat wave these days. I think it's been like 25 to 27 last couple of days, but overcast and not continuously hot. But yeah, apparently we're in a heat wave. I'd say it's about 20 at the minute, and grey clouds, thin grey clouds over blue sky ahead, so I don't know if that's going to build or if it will clear away. We'll see. Be interesting when I get back to see what my heart rate is along here, because this is quite an effort. Be interesting to see if I don't know, if there's a difference, let's say. Ooh. Yeah, on the other couple of short rides, anything slightly uphill or pulling away, instant. Yeah, zone 5, zone 4, zone 5, straight away. And the body saying nope. I mean, I still did it, obviously. Again, just slower and not as I would like. Why have I got a creak all of a sudden? Single speeds aren't supposed to creak. Whew. No. Wow. Well, you're getting it. Warts and all. Heavy breathing. It's a lot. Come on. Yeah, I sort of feel if I'd gone back to zero fitness, I'd be crawling up the hill like that. I don't know if that's unfair, but I certainly haven't forgotten how to do it, if you know what I mean. We'll have a look at the bike in a minute. I said that earlier, didn't I? Phone zombie. I guess that's zone 2. Zone 2 running. Since turning into the wind, I am definitely not zone 2 at the minute. That's better. Getting there now. I can feel I'm improving even in this short distance. Right, which way is he going? Cool. I like that. Hold on, mate. Okay, what do we got? Oh, jeez. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think I'm relaxing into it now. I think when you get wind in your face, it does take a moment or two to just find your cadence. In most cases, of course, find your gear and then just relax into it. Obviously if you try and maintain a set speed, that's going to be hard. But I think if you just let your body, your legs, the bike, the gears, the gravity find a natural sort of cadence and speed, you can relax into it. Headwinds are not as terrible then. I mean, they're not good, but not terrible. We will look at the bike, but I won't stop and film it until I get to the end, so I'm quite enjoying this. I'll cut it in here, shall I? Mild steel frame, alloy fork, 36 spoke, deep rims, so heavy, double walled, plastic pedals, mountain bike crank, British racing green with invasion stripes, and there's the oval chainring, 14 tooth freewheel, Selle Italia saddle. Look at that. I think that's probably about the only branded thing on it except for the handlebars. Oh no, Tektro brakes. These are the short ones, because believe it or not, the long ones don't have there's enough clearance up here. I don't know what it is. It may be this bike, the geometry of where the hole is. Yeah, but the long ones, you could get the block high enough to fit, but when it was open, it would rub the top of the wheel. So, yeah, cheap and nasty levers. I'll probably one day maybe put some slightly shorter ones on, 2-finger levers, because these do work pretty well. And the Ritchey bars. Yeah, cheap foam grips, so not at all comfortable. What a bike, eh? Well, perfect for today's little outing anyway. Yeah, so I even flipped the stem up to make this as little about performance as possible. I've never measured this bike from a fit point of view. It just kind of works. It's a very, very cheap and nasty frame, as you'd imagine, for mild steel. I think it was 199 quid from Santa Fixie, I think. I don't know why I say I think, because I know it was. Yes, it definitely was. Ritchey straight bars. I love Ritchey bars. I've had them on nearly every bike, to be honest. Mostly gravel bars. I like the oh, what's he gonna do? Yeah, he's alright. I don't know if you could see on the camera. There's a bike on the pavement on my right hand side. I thought he might cut across, but he stopped. Yeah, I think my favourite all-over or all-rounder bars are the Batano bars. They're effectively like road bars, but with a little bit of a flare in the drops. They're so comfortable. Yeah, I have them on the Giant. In fact, I've had them on every gravel bike I've had for a long time. Venture Max bars. Yeah, I've had those in the past. I got annoyed with the hump in the drop in the end. They were good for extreme bumpy stuff. Good grip, good hold, very confidence inspiring, but yeah, I just worked out that 99% of the time I didn't need that. So I went to the Betano and they were perfect. Right, I know I'm on the wrong side of the road, but it is a double width and it is a shared path to the crossing. Right. Oh, great fun. So this ride usually about just under 12 miles. I still feel pretty good. So actually I feel really positive about this. I think not being on the road bike and not having the numbers in front of me has been a help, because then I've had nothing to chase other than riding my bike. That's just where you come and do your CBT here. I have considered motorbikes. I quite enjoy watching motorbike videos actually, when they do their tours and challenges and things like that. But I had a motorbike when I was in my late teens. I very quickly worked out that compared to a bicycle, they were expensive to run. You needed more maintenance, they were noisy, and you got just as wet in the rain. Right, you got to slow down for the hump, so I'm coming out. Yeah, so I gave up on motorbikes quite quickly actually. I mean, I'm pretty sure motorbikes are by far the noisiest things in the world on the road, aren't they? I mean, obviously you could say jet airplanes and all that sort of thing, but on the road, around town, countryside, doesn't matter where you are, you know, motorbikes, bloody noisy. And I don't mind the sound occasionally, but I don't understand how people can put up with it for hours on long trips. Obviously it's a personal thing. I'm not saying that nobody else should like the sound of motorbikes either. I'm just saying I don't mind the sound of motorbikes, but as long as they go past me and bugger off, you know? Sat on one, vibrating away, as loud and noisy as you right underneath you, you can't escape from it. That's just not my idea of fun. Morning. Right. Ah, this might have been a mistake actually. Oh, listen to the noise of those brakes. Bloody hell. Right, come on. Up to the top. Woo-wee. I feel like I'm going to bend the bars in that. There we go. And now you see why it's 38.14. Nice easy gear. I don't know about now, but back in the day there wasn't a hill I couldn't get up in Bournemouth with this gearing. I'd have probably got away with 42.17 as well, but I had a 38 tooth chainring and it worked out just slightly easier. So yeah, that was my choice and that was why. Queen's Park Golf Club. Yeah. You'll be glad to hear the golf clubs are still in the roof. I've resisted the temptation. Could still happen though, who knows? I won't be doing golf videos. Definitely not. Right. What we got? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, look early, keep pedaling. Love this corner, especially on this bike. It is so nippy. Oh yeah, the road's been fixed. I've got no excuse to be in the middle of the road now, down through Charminster. Yeah, all that washboard. Yeah, it's been fixed, which is nice actually. It's needed doing, that's for sure. The only problem with it is it now means that I can actually absolutely hammer it down the hill because I haven't got to worry about avoiding the bumps. So it's not all good. Right. Oh, listen to that noise of the brakes. Oh my God, how does anybody put up with that? Right, the bit you've already seen about this bike, I'm going to go and film it now, I think. And where shall I do it? Well, I guess Winton Rec's probably the best place, isn't it? So, there we are. Thank you for joining me, and join me again for the next one. It's all fixed, look! Not it's doing me any good today, I'm spun out. This bit's not fixed. Still washboardy there.